Greetings, YouTube. So today we are taking a revisit to the Ninja Turtles from NECA, the Eastman and Laird's box set, the one with the muscled up turtles. And I have done some tinkering with the turtles. So recently full disclosure, I had FOMO from the Mezco set. And I saw the Mezco set. I had plenty of chances to pre-order it. I could have gotten them, but I was trying to be, somewhat responsible. And I was like, I just bought a set of turtles that I love. Why do I need to put down that much more money for another set of turtles? So I did not get them. And I was okay with that until I started seeing people's reviews and stuff. Do I still love this set? Yes, of course. But I had a little bit of FOMO with the Mezco set. So what I did is I was like, you know what? Let me revisit my set. I haven't picked them up in a while. Haven't moved them around a little bit. So I picked them up, messed with them, played with them, posed them, did a little bit of stuff with them. And I was thinking, as much as I like the sculpts on these guys, as much as I like the bulky, muscled up turtle look, they are all exactly the same color. And I'm not just talking about the bandana. I mean, their skin tone was just completely the same. It was literally the same sculpt, same body, same color, same everything, except for the slash marks and things and the, differences with their attire. So I was like, let me look and see how much these guys are costing on the secondary market. Because if I'm going to tinker with mine, I need to make sure that I can replace them if I don't like it. So I looked and they're reasonably priced. So I was like, you know what? I'm just go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and I repainted every single one of these guys except for Raph. Although I did add some stuff to his shell and things, but his skin tone I left factory. But I experimented. I wanted the turtles to look like the 2003 series kind of. So I gave Leo and I gave Mikey a little bit of a darker green, especially Leo. I made his a real nice deep forest green. And then I lightened up Donnie. I didn't want to make him the brownish color. Number one, because I couldn't really get a good mix that I liked of that color. And I didn't want to accidentally make it too dark. So I just went with a kind of a brownish green that's a lighter brownish green. And at first I was like, I don't know if I like that. But now that I've had them for a while, it's growing on me. So it's a personal thing. It's not based on any representation. It's just me trying to make them all different, colors. Now you may say, well, if you went through all of that with the skin, how come you didn't change the bandanas? I wanted to be a little bit different. I kind of like them all having the same color bandana. Will I change that? Maybe. I don't know. Especially if I get another set. So let me run through how I did this and take a quick look at each one individually, paint-wise, see what I did, see where my imperfections are. So let's have a look. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look we'll start with Mikey here. So for him, I kind of just got like a darker green, but not really super dark. And to do this, instead of trying to paint like full coats on, I kind of just dry brushed the color on there and just did a bunch of layers of it. I was okay with some of the other green kind of shining through because it gives it kind of a, I don't know what even the word for it is, but it makes it look like the green is uneven. Like he's not like this color. Every single cell of his skin is not that color. It kind of has a gradient to it. That's what I'm looking for, the word gradient, sorry. Vocabulary coming up short there. So I did add a couple of spots onto his shell just to give him a little bit more unique look. I don't know if I added any more slashes. I think I may have, because I kind of got just not crazy, but got a little bit more. Wanted to do a little bit more with each guy. And so when I did the dry brushing over their skin, it covered up the comic book slash marks and cross hatching and stuff. It wasn't covered up completely, but it was covered, so I had to redo those. So I did the best I could looking at how Raph's looked, because I didn't mess with his, to try to get it to at least look similar. So there's Mikey. And then we got Donatello here. Again, just a brownish green, like a light, very not deep green. For him, I wanted to give him a little bit more character, so I added some spots. I was looking at actual pictures of turtles online, and they have a ton of different designs on their skin. Most turtles are not like completely just one color like that. So thought I would add a little bit more to that. I think I did some more to his shell too. Put some more marks on his shell, gave it a wash, a darker wash. And again, did the same thing with the cross hatching and the lines. Try to keep the aesthetic. And then Leo here, I went real dark just because I wanted him to really stand out. Not so dark that I couldn't still put the cross hatching and such, but I did go dark. I was, again, going off the 2003 cartoon. They had a very rich green to their color of their skin on that cartoon. And again, re-added the cross hatching and shading and all of that to the muscle definition and such. And then, like I said, with Raph, I did not change his skin color, but I did add some more cross hatching, some more slashes to his shell, and then gave his back of his shell a dark wash with some more hashes. So, almost like getting a new set. So, once I had these guys done up, I was going shopping, looking at things. Haulathon was coming out, right? So you start getting all these different new characters to come with. And let's look at a few of them. Okay, so we got these guys here. We got the Elite Foot Ninja and a regular Foot Ninja. And then you have these, I guess they're called Sinja Patrol guys, like Cyborg or Cybernetic Ninjas. And these guys are part of the Haulathon stuff that you can get. So they look cool, but these robot or cyborg dudes look awesome. I could see somebody going to town as far as customs on these two guys, especially that one. No ab crunch though, so that kind of hurts these guys. Like I was trying to get these guys posed up, and leg wise and ankle wise, they look good. And then you go to bend their torso, and you got nothing. Like there's no nothing. So they're kind of stiff, but they look cool. But I was thinking, if I really wanted to army build this guy or this guy, the way these Haulathon things are, that's gonna be a struggle. Number one, they're like 35 bucks, which when you're trying to army build, 35 bucks is kind of a lot of money. Plus they're hard to find. So I had an idea. There's these, this company that makes a lot of figures, and oftentimes their figures go on clearance and go for sale. And they make ninjas that look very, close aesthetically to these guys. Maybe I can use some of those if I can find some. Lo and behold, I did. Okay, so look here, we got the Fist Ninjas from Marvel Legends. So look, say what you want about Marvel Legends, and it's probably true, but you cannot deny that if you are looking for a blank figure, if you're looking to army build something, if you're looking to customize something, it's probably the best way to go, because they have all different types of figures, because they can come up with all these different, ninjas, people and dudes in suits, females, monsters, superheroes, whatever the case, So got these from Amazon, $20 a piece. And they were running a sale. It was like about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And the sale went on for, I don't know, it was maybe like, I think I kept seeing them for $20 for about a week and a half. And then they jumped back up to like 28, 30 bucks. But I went ahead and picked up some, and you know, they didn't look like this at first. When I first got them, I was like, these guys are great, but if I'm gonna fit them in with these turtles, with this turtle line, they gotta fit the aesthetic. So I had to pull out my paintbrush and add some shading and some cross hatching so that they fit. So went through each one, did all of their outfits, all of their, I guess that's called a key maybe, did the boots, did the gauntlets, the hands, all of that stuff. I even did the hoods so that it keeps that comic book aesthetic completely, you know, to town. And the easy part, or the good part about this was it was easy to know where to put them because of the folds and the sculpt. Wherever the clothes were folding, that's about where I put the lines. So now these guys look right at home with this NECA turtle aesthetic. And I'm very, very pleased with how these guys came out. Like, it looks great. Like, I feel, oh no! I probably should have got a couple of more, but these guys came out really good. Okay, so that's about all I got for you today. You know, this was just a revisit of my NECA turtles. Wanted to show you guys a little bit what I did with painting their skin colors and coming back with the cross hatching and then mixing them in with these Haulathon figures and then coming up with some more customs so you can have, you know, because if you're gonna be fighting ninjas, you need a bunch of ninjas. Like, fighting 1 or 2 ninjas ain't good enough unless you're fighting Storm Shadow or Snake Eyes. If it's just random ninjas or undead ninjas, you need a lot of them. So, I mean, at least like 4 or 5. So, that's just my opinion. Especially with ninjas, it looks better when there's a bunch of them. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about these custom ninjas and what I did to the turtles.